It is disconcerting, to say the least, to learn more and more that our so-called justice is exercised as an extension of one's political views rather than any kind of objective right and wrong. Interpretation of the Constitution and of case law and precedent seems to have just as much to do with one's partisan affiliation as with what the law and the Constitution actually say. There's something very wrong with this picture. Leviticus 19:15 says, "Do not pervert justice." Justice is one of the most central terms of biblical prophetic literature, occurring some 148 times. God loves justice and expects his people, and especially the leaders of society, to live by justice. Now, I'm sure each of these justices and judges would say they are not perverting justice, but instead that they can't help but render judgment according to their worldview and sense of values. I get that. My perspective is this: justice has to be fluid because new situations arise that never happened before and were not part of the culture of, say, the Founding Fathers, or when the precedent was set. But justice also has to be solid, grounded in the wisdom of morality, doing the right thing, regardless of often morality-bending progress of civilization. Being a Christian, of course, I would say that justice that has lost its mooring in the biblical ideal will result in exactly what we see going on in our courts, the politicization of law, where we render judgment according to ideology rather than morality. This is a mistake. The path home is obviously a standard that provides a reference point. Our system, by contrast, is based on legislation and precedent, which can gradually take one as far away from the goal as altering one ingredient in a recipe every time you make it, building each new rendition on the previous recipe rather than on the original. It's why evolution can be a continuously regressive system. If we only look to the previous precedent to make a new decision instead of back to a standard, we end up in some kind of judicial swamp of partisan opinionism and perverted justice rather than objective rightness. Let's talk.